Hey, good morning guys, welcome back, and here is another video. And in this video we are going to discuss that what we need to do first after installing the Fedora 44. And let's unlock it. I have just updated the background, changed the background. By the way, this is the background that these are the backgrounds that comes with the fresh installation. So already we get these. So number one thing, the first thing that you need to do, that is updating your systems to do the latest available update. So how we can update? So let's check, go to the setting. Number one, there are multiple methods to update that, but I'm gonna show you what's convenient and what's the best. So if you go to the system, you can click on the software updates, and it will basically brings to the updates panel in the software center. But you can also go directly into the software center as well. Click on the software, go to the updates, and here you will see the update. So number one thing, let's do that. Update the uh, let's do this complete update and download all the updates, and let's install it. So let's wait for the downloading. So here we are, our software's updates are downloaded. So these are the system updates and other updates as well. So let's see and restart and apply the updates. Okay, all set. Our software updates are installed, and there is no further updates available. So let's do this, and I want to install now the OBS. So let's search if the Flatpak for the OBS is available, and yes, the OBS Studio is available. By the way, the other one, the Obsidians, I don't know what these softwares are for, but these are available as well. So we can use following packages, either Fedora Flatpaks or that we can basically, this is the basically from where or from which data pool we will be downloading these packages. We have the full control on it. Fedora Linux, the RPM one, this one, the older one. We don't know that these are being managed actively or not, but you can easily use the Fedora Flatpaks or the FlatHubs. So let's install my OBS. Okay, meanwhile, our OBS is being installed. So let's do another important step, that is enabling the RPM Fusion in Fedora. RPM Fusion is basically it does make sure that every third-party repository is enabled, and because of the Fedora licensing strict rules, so a lot of different repositories are not shipped directly. Let's scroll down, and you can just search the RPM Fusion and go to the RPM Fusion website, and then scroll down, click on the enable RPM Fusion on your system, and here you will see the RPM Fusion free on Fedora 44. So there are two type of repositories. Number one is the free repositories. The other ones are the non-free repositories. But to enable the non-free repositories, you need to like enable the free repositories first. So, but in short words, uh, the the non-free repositories are basically the optional one. So let's do and enable the RPM free repositories. And as I'm using the Firefox default web browser, I can use the graphical setup as a VIF Firefox browser. So let's click on the RPM Fusion free for Fedora 44. Okay, our basically installable file is downloaded. So let's click on the folder. So let's open the folder, double click on it, and it will show you the software, the GNOME software to install the free repositories. So let's click on the install, and for some reason, and it's been happening recently as well, unable to install RPM Fusion. So let's check the fail to resolve the transition ID. It's out of bitmap range. It's basically whenever we start installing the RPM Fusion, it's look like the nearest CDN server. CDN server means nearest repository server from my location, and if they find the correct one, they start downloading. If not, then you show this type of the error. Anyway, if you're seeing this type of error, don't worry, we have a workaround for this as well. This is normal. This is some kind of issue with the CDN server after delivering packages, and that's it. So don't need to worry about this one. Okay, anyway, so let's use another method. Click cancel on it. So it doesn't matter even. So let's get back to the same page, scroll down, and let's use the command prompt to install this Fedora with DNF. So I have copied this. So let's go to the command line. So let's go to terminal basically. So let's go to the terminal and paste it right over here. As this is a sudo command, so it will ask you for the password, the same user password you have set during the installation. So let's click enter, and I'm gonna enter my password, and that is this one. So it is now updating the repositories. This one is the free one. So once that is updated, we will be taking care of the next step. Okay, as this is asking why and basically to proceed further, just enter y and enter y mean yes, then enter. So it will starting doing its process. Now the repositories are updated. The good thing is with the command line, it does add the both free and non-free repositories altogether, as it's also mentioned right over here as well. Okay, next part, let's install the multimedia codecs on the Fedora. It does come with the some free codecs, but sometimes it does give the issues. So let's install, let's search for multimedia codecs RPM Fusion, or I will also provide you the link. Okay, don't worry, it will auto correct. So how to, so I will be providing this link in the description as well. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to switch it to full FFmpeg. So by default, Fedora comes with the FFmpeg free. It does work all the time, but sometimes it gives the version mismatch issue. So let's do that. Let's update that. Basically, it is going to swipe or swap the free version with the full version. So let's go to the terminal again, click on it, and let's paste. It is going to ask my password because I just logged out that lock screen. So let's reply yes, and now it's doing its thing. It's installing the all of the codec. So let's wait for it. Okay, it's basically has listed what we have. We have using the free version, and it did populated all of the things like all of the codecs that it is going to replace. Let's reply y. Y is always for yes, and is for no when it's basically it's being asked in the terminal. So let's update that. That is basically completed. Okay, all right. Next part, that multimedia codecs, everything is basically set up. So let's close this up. And what's next? Basically, how you can install the applications or the softwares. I just mentioned we have installed the OBS. So let's see, it's in the we have the OBS installed already. We will be testing out. Okay, let's go next. Okay, next, let me go. So I'm gonna skip it. So cancel it, and let me add a source in over here. This is the scene, and this is the source. So I'm gonna add screen capture. I believe this is the one. Sorry. Screen capture. Okay, and remember display window share. It's basically asking to give your permission. So now it's been shared, and if we need to test out the OBS completely, then we can make a separate video on that anyway. So basically, if we need to, for the media player, let's install VLC. VLC is basically the well-known one. So let's install that. For video playback or let's say audio playback, we can use this one. So let's wait for it to get populated, and I'm gonna install it from the Flatpak. So it is going to install soon. Okay, meanwhile, the VLC media player is getting installed. So let's install this team. I like highly recommend to get familiar with the terminal. So we like going to start with the small tasks. So let's install this team using the terminal. Why I'm not using directly from the software pack, because it's using the flat packs. Flat packs are basically it when a software is get installed, any dependency or the required small packages are like get added with that. So that software basically gets created as its own container. But some software, just like a Steam, who needs dependencies on the system files, then these software can give the issues. So, for example, to Steam, I highly recommend to get like installed directly from the terminal. So it get installed instead of Flatpaks. It's like comes with its default package, whatever that is. So it just work fine with that. To install this Steam, you can simply say sudo dnf install Steam and enter. It will ask for the password, which is basically user password or a login password that we created during the installation. So I have entered that, click on enter, and it is going to ask that this much of data it is going to pull. So let's say I'm gonna reply yes, and it will start installing it. Now uh, it is now installing, and it will take a little bit time. Okay, our Steam is installed. So let's see. Yeah, it is installed. And last thing of today. So search for GNOME extensions. So GNOME extension, go to the GNOME shell extension. All right, the last part, as I mentioned, so let's install the GNOME extensions. The GNOME extension, as I mentioned, is the basically it just unlock the a plethora of different options to customize your Linux GNOME environment. So let's click on install this browser extension, and it will start installing. Continue installing, allow to give it access to a private window if you like to. So let's add, and let me add this into the pin. So once basically it's installed, you will see a foot like foot icon right over here. By click on it, it will like brought you directly to the GNOME store, GNOME extension store, where basically you can install different items or different small extension to customize your experience. So the one of the most famous one is the dash to dock that I'm gonna install. Second, yeah, this one, the dash to dock by Michael G. Click on it, and this is how you just install. You can just turn it on, and it will be start installing. It will ask you to allow installation. Now it will start installing. Once that is installed, you can refresh, and you will see an gear icon to customize this. Click on it, and this is basically the dash to dock. That is bottom application panel or dash panel, whatever you like to see. So let's customize this, and let me show you some of the like some of the options that I want to configure. Let's say like behavior and appearance. You can also like this is shrinked version. I like that one. Use built-in theme. uh, there are different options. Basically it, it it does deserve its own video, but I'm just trying to cover that. Let's see, what I'm trying to see is auto or intelligent hide. Let me find it. Right, it's just under my nose. So right over here, what it do, it's basically when I click on it, it does hide by clicking on a window button or clicking on this activity button, then it get visible. But disabling it, basically intelligent hide, it will show all the time. I like this way, and also you can further customize it. You can customize it as you want, and that's it. These are the some of the key items or key checklist to just go through first once you install the Fedora or any other thing. But it's not limited there. We will be covering some of the other things in our any other video. So in basically the next video. So till that, have a good day. Bye bye.